It's been over a month since I've actually started talking about the Yu-Gi-Oh! Franchise again, and I have to apologize for that. Like, I haven't done it in a while in an episode review. Mainly, my bad excuse to this is, like, mainly that every time I went to see the episode, it came out, like, a really bad timing for me, or I had stuff going on, or my laziness. Like, it was a mixture of a lot of things, and, like, honestly, I've got to say, it was a really good time to come back into it with the new opening, the sick episode 75, which I'm just going to mention a little bit since episode 76, for half of it, at least, was recap. So this gives me a perfect, excuse really to actually talk about sort of what I enjoyed about going through back into the IP anime and because I missed about what 5 episodes or so, 5 or 6 episodes since I last did. I think it was episode 70 was the last one I did. So yeah, it gives me a good excuse. We got a bit of recap on it, and I gotta say I'm sorry, but yeah, it gives me an excuse to make up for my excuses to actually do a recap episode to talk about some stuff. So firstly, I just want to talk about mainly for what they were showing out. They're showing how much of the friendship cup was going on. We saw, a couple of battles and all that. See Tsujikage, we saw Saratari, that he lost as well. That he's gone in and they're relaying a message saying everyone's down there is completely fine. They're all okay down in that underground area. They're all fine. They're not going to be dying or anything. So that's kind of why Tsujikage kind of went in there and he's oh, I'm just gonna take care of everyone, make sure no one gets into any trouble or anything like that. Then we also had that really sick fight between Dennis and Kurosaki. This was a really great duel in so many levels. After just finishing it myself, holy hell, that was an episode. Seeing that, finding that he was behind the whole thing about Ruri being captured as well, finally being revealed to all the girls. And that doesn't even describe, we also as well had the new opening and ending in this episode. Now, I've already talked about it, yesterday, about the new opening and ending. You can see the link down below where I'll link you, where you can see, the actual, live reaction I did, where it was, honestly, you see, I was really hyped for it. I really loved it. Honestly, I've listened to it about, a good 15 times now already for the past of the day. It is so addicting, and I might have to change my thing saying, the new opening from, cinema, that one has to probably be my favorite one so far of the series. So good. It's honestly, each opening has been improving. Opening 1, I still say is the weakest one. Opening 2 is really good. Opening 3, I have a personal more appeal to that than opening 2. 4 just nails it. It just gets that hype, and I was I'm glad it brought it in when I saw Satellite Cannon, Raid Raptors. Oh my god, that was such a sick fucking card. And he's just the whole ring getting destroyed, and Dennis something this wannabe ancient gear golem. It just looked like one. I'm sorry, but it's bringing out the fusion. It was just so much hype from that, and finding out pretty much that from there, Sora actually intervened when Dennis was getting taken away, because security and also as well the council people were trying to take away Dennis for their own reasons. But also that the security reasons now were his whole plans. When we went back into sort of the canon stuff of this episode, we found out that his whole thing is he wants to take over, and he's activating the thing known as the King's Gambit, where he pretty much seems takes over all the minds of all the security people, and now they're pretty much doing his beck and call. They're not doing lazy or just joking around. They're now 24/7 out there trying to find criminals and trying to go out there. So yeah, the commons have got a fucking problem right now, and also as well council people. And he's oh, what are you gonna do? And I just love the old councilmen's just yeah, well, we'll have to wait and see how if your plan works or not. And he's well, I'm gonna put my own people into the fucking tournament, and the Friendships Cup's going on, so yeah, we'll go fuck yourself. That's pretty much the whole situation right now. And it's okay, fair dues, because we actually found out that one dude that was going through, I believe the name Yuzu is the one that's actually now about to go against that, I forget the guy's name, the sort of that synchro motherfucker that he's going against, but it's that guy that's got the weird sort of cyborg eye. And there was just another bit in the episode about that was really sweet, and I absolutely love that they did this. It's showing the letter between Yuzu and Yuya, saying I'm being alright, I'm glad you're okay, as long as you're safe, that's all I care about, Yuzu. I can't speak to you, but you just want to say how much it means to me. My jewel, I literally learned from my dueling, and I know what exactly I need to do now to pretty much change the ways of people, because I know shouting isn't going to get my way. I have to prove it in my dueling and in my skills and in basically, I honestly, it's they are so much trying to pair these characters up, and I know it's a kids show and they don't really do that, and Xiao's one of the worst ways to try that, and none of the couplings have ever happened in the Yu-Gi-Oh series at all. But one thing I would really like them to do, or at least do like a little picture at the end, like some FMA, like brotherhood kind of shit, like at least show like like Yuzu like together at the end or something like that. I'd absolutely love that. Or like, you know, a confession, which Xiao kind of did, but it was in a very bad way, where it's just like Yuma's just like, yeah, let's go to the clouds after having a hair in the confession. Just like, it was, yeah, like definitely I feel like it was just a really well done episode at the second half. I mean, I can't really excuse like the recap. I was like, I mean, that would have been best if I actually watched that first, like the fucking recap episode before like the actual other episode. But there we go. Like I ended up doing it because I really wanted to see all those episodes I missed out, because a lot of people were telling me in the comment section you really needed to talk about Arc V again. It's getting really hype. The Kurosaki versus Dennis fight is sick, and I really enjoy that now. Stuff is getting into motions, like the tournament's now about to begin again, like, and overall it was just fun. Like, it really, I don't know, it really reminded me though when like all the arena was destroyed. It kind of reminded me of like Dressrosa in One Piece, how like the ring just got absolutely obliterated for like each match and stuff. Like, it kind of really reminded me of that. But overall, I want to say, like, obviously opening, just fantastic ending. Cannot recommend it enough. Holy hell, it was great. Cannot wait to see more. And honestly, as much as like I cannot forgive that half the episode was recap, but then that other half was really good from what we got. Overall, I'll give this a 7.5 out of 10. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. But that's all for me. So thank you very much for watching. As always, what you think about new opening and ending. But that's all for me. So I will see you guys next time.